Hello and welcome to another episode of Consensus with Canonizer. My name is Jim Bennett, and we have assembled the Canonizer Council to come to consensus on the big issues of the day. We have Brent Alsop here with us. Brent, how are you?
Good.
Brent, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
No,
Yes, I can hear
you
you.
you can hear him, but I can't hear him. Oh well.
Oh, maybe. I
Well,
don't,
and how are you? Not an expert.
I'm good, thank you.
Glad to hear it. Well, welcome, welcome. Not an expert. You had picked the topic here, and it's an interesting one. It's something that we haven't talked about before. But
Correct.
there is a topic on Canonizer. I'm just going to pull it up here onto the stage. The topic is the interstellar object 3-1 Atlas or 3I Atlas. Is it a
Yes.
comet or an alien ship? Can you walk us through this here? Can you
I
tell us
mean,
about this topic?
yeah. I'll just give some overview. I can't see the screen. I'm on mobile, so I'll just quickly walk through. So there is an object called as a Atlas, which is a comet basically, but it is an interstellar comet. It's not from the like our solar system's origination. Okay, so most of the comets we saw, those are from Oort's cloud. Basically, it's a solar system cloud where all the objects like meteoroids and asteroids, comets, they come from. But this is coming from interstellar, some other solar system, maybe some other star, right? But the trajectory, the course, and the coma and the tail of this comet is little bit different from the other comets, and that's what the scientist. Okay, so one community of scientists, they are saying it is alien ship, or it is abandoned any alien ship. It's not actually a comet, because there are a lot of things which are not usual as a comet. Okay, so that's what the hot news in news channels as well, right? So are we threatened by the aliens? Are we going to have any war with aliens? Or is this is exactly alien ship, or this is a comet, or this is not comet, then what it is exactly? So it's just piece of a rock, because scientists believe that it's consists of pure nickel, and nickel is found, like it found with iron or something, some other elements as well. But how can that pure nickel is in the comet? So all those things are coming in the news, and people are like confused with that. They have a lot of questions, so I thought to have this topic as making the consensus.
Well, this has been a discussion. There's one scientist who insists that it is an alien spacecraft, but he's definitely in the minority in terms of how people view this. But there's something else that's happened on this that I want to share here.
Yes,
Um,
please.
so in the last couple of days, there has been something going on with this comet that people haven't come up with an appropriate explanation for. The comet has been brightening, and it's been doing so in a way. I'm going to bring this up here.
Yes, please.
The mysterious interstellar object has unexpectedly started brightening, scientists say. It lit up much faster than anticipated, and scientists are stumped. Comets commonly form a tail of gas and dust as they approach the sun, as its radiation causes solid ice to sublimate into gas,
Correct.
causing material to be stripped from their surface that then reflects more light. However, astronomers were caught off guard by how quickly 3I Atlas's luminosity grew in observations by two solar observatories. And they're saying the reason is unclear. Do you think that this is evidence of
Okay,
this being
so
a
there are a lot of news, such news in the like, if you find on the internet, basically if you go on the social media platforms, people are posting a lot of things, but most of the things, as per my understanding, are not actual facts. Because last people saying last 2 days, but that comet is gone like behind the sun. Last maybe couple of last to last week, and we can't see it now. Okay, so how can it be 2 days ago, right? So people are posting as per their understanding, or it's just speculations. Okay, or they find some AI information, and then they post on the channels, post on the news everywhere, or the blogs. So
No.
so my understanding, like my thoughts are like it's a purely comet. It's interstellar object, though it will have some different types of elements in it, but it is a comet. So consider if it is an alien ship, right? So if it is alien ship, then they could have been reached to us as of now, right? Like they were not waiting. Okay, because if they are traveling through the space, they must know that there is earth, like we have satellites, we have all those things going on. They can capture all the radioactivities which like from the earth, right? So the question of like alien ship, I don't believe that is an alien ship. And I am with the that major community, right? The scientist community, which believe it's a purely comet. But again, now due to the one of the professor in the Harvard University, right? What is the name of, I just forgot the name. So because of him, every country now have support to his theory that it is
Hmm.
a alien ship. But if it is alien ship, why it is going away from us? Okay, so if it is coming from interstellar, and they have that much of that kind of technology, then why it is going away from us?
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another question is like the trajectory changes, course changes, right? It can be because of a lot of things, right? So it can be a gravitational force of our solar system, maybe sun, or maybe something happening with the comet, because like comets gets active when they close to sun or close to any star.
Yeah, the
the il-
jets
il-
shooting out of the star. Yeah.
yes, right. So they become active, right? So because of that, it may be changing the trajectory or slowly changing the speed as well. That can happen. It's normal.
Well, Brent, you want to weigh in on this?
Yeah, can you pull up, show the consensus tree again, and I'll show you the new camp that I created under the Atlas is a comet there. But anyway, can you show that on the screen, the consensus tree for this topic?
Jim, you have to share the screen. Can you share the topic? I
Yeah.
guess
No,
you're not able
so
to.
not an expert, Brent. I for whatever reason still can't hear you, but not an expert.
Oh,
You can
really?
hear.
Can you not hear me at all?
Can you hear Brent?
Yes, I can hear Brent properly.
Okay, then I think it's a problem on my end.
That's weird. I
So
can hear
I'm
Ajay
assuming,
and
Brent,
you.
you're saying something absolutely brilliant.
Well, hopefully it's getting recorded
Can you
because if you can't
summarize
hear it,
for me? Not an expert.
Yeah, so Brent is saying go to the topic, the camp which Brent has created. There is a camp which Brent has created.
Oh, okay.
show the consensus tree.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, show
So
the consensus. Yeah, go up and go to the
if you
camps
go to the
basically.
consensus tree,
Yeah.
this Brent, this is your topic. Atlas is a comet.
No, hope
No.
it's not.
Hope
Yeah,
it's
that's
not of intelligent origin.
Yeah, that's my camp.
correct.
Okay.
So Brent will summarize that, and maybe I can help you to understand that thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I'm worried I probably won't be recorded if Jim can't hear me. But so yeah, maybe you could just um, but yeah, it's just a belief that intelligence is going to be moral and prime directive like beliefs are immoral, and so I'm not interested in. I don't waste my time speculating on those kind of things. I just spend my time getting out to space and achieving immortality so we can find other species and save them from dying.
Okay, yeah, got it. So, Jim, basically, Brent's opinion is it's not an intelligence. It is purely a comet, which is we don't have to speculate, and we don't have to waste the time on multiple theories or thinking of a intelligent origin from another maybe interstellar thing, right?
Yeah. Okay. Well, the thing about so I'm always whenever we have discussions about this, there are two things that come to mind. One of them is the Fermi paradox. Are you familiar with that?
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah. So the idea is if life is so common, if there so many civilizations out there, why haven't we heard from any of them? But the other thing that's coming up is that I was watching Real Time with Bill Maher, which is probably my first mistake. But he did an episode where he was interviewing somebody who deals with UAPs. You familiar with UAPs? Not an expert.
No. What is that?
Well, UAP is now the new term for UFO.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry.
It's
Okay.
unidentified anomalous phenomenon.
Okay.
And so, and there is a great deal of evidence in the United States of these UAPs around military bases. And they've released video of these objects that we have no explanation for that accelerate very, very quickly.
Okay.
You know, they go from zero to hundreds, if not thousands of miles per hour. It's sort of instantly. We don't have any explanation for where they came from or what they are. And so there's more and more credible evidence for things we don't understand or things we can't explain in terms of these UAPs. Now, Bill Maher insisted, well, that's clearly the aliens are here, but they're not threatened by us yet. But now that AI is coming online, now just all of this kind of stuff that used to be considered Looney Tunes conspiracy theory stuff is sort of creeping into the mainstream. And this
Okay.
idea of the comet, I think, is part of that, in that it's now becoming more and more acceptable to
Okay.
attribute unexplained phenomenon to an alien source. And I'm sort of the mindset that that's kind of silly to do.
Correct.
Uh, so it sounds like, I mean, Brent's nodding. It sounds like we've got sort of consensus on that. I don't think any of us believe that this is an alien craft.
Yes. So we have a consensus here. A quick
Um,
consensus, I will
well,
say.
so how do we explain the brightening? How do we explain some of the things that are happening with it? Because it's not behaving like a regular comet. I'm
Yeah. Yeah.
leaping to
But
the idea that, oh, well, then it must be little green men is a little
yes.
bit silly, but
So we
but
we can explain that, right? Like all the comets which forms, like there is a formation method for comets, right? So this particular object is from outer space. Okay, it can be the earlier age when the all planets or all the things are formed, right? And then because of that, it is having some different type of elements into it. Okay, so it is made up of different elements than the regular. So regular comets, they're made up of like dust or maybe rocks and all those things, but this is something little bit different, and that can be expected because we don't know what is there in the outer space, right? We haven't reached one light day as of now. Okay, so I'm not talking about light years, the one light day as well, right? So we don't know what is happening there in the outer space and what is the content of all those origins basically. So to answer your question, it can have the elements like nickel or those who react to the sun's light, right? Sunlight basically, and then that is causing the illumination. So it is brightening. Second thing, change of course is due to the gravitational forces in the solar system. So we have some strong gravity forces, right? The sun's gravity, Earth's gravity, Jupiter's gravity. So it can be anything like influencing its orbit basically. So it is not orbiting to the sun. Okay, it is orbiting to something else, but we don't know what is that it is orbiting. And it can be just an object which is don't like which is not having any orbit. It will just pass through the solar system and it will be gone.
All right. Well, so leave it to you to muck up a good loony story with
Yeah.
actual facts and science. Geesh, that's no
Jesus.
fun. No, well, I mean, whenever I think about these things too, it's like um, the paradox to me uh, leaves out an element, and maybe I'm missing something. But the reality is, I mean, not an expert. You talk about the fact that we have not uh, gone a single light day ever. We
Correct.
haven't traveled that far.
Correct.
Uh, the distances involved here are so incredibly massive that I think they're beyond our comprehension as to how far away all of this stuff is. And I have yet to see. I mean, I love Star Trek. I love the idea of warp speed. Star Wars has hyperspace,
Correct.
and theoretically, the idea of being able to fold and manipulate space is possible, but the amount of energy necessary to do that is so incredibly massive
Correct.
that the idea of interstellar travel, uh, I just think the distances are prohibitive. I think the reason we haven't heard from anybody is that it really isn't possible to get there from here or
Correct.
get here from there.
Correct.
I mean, am I missing something? Does the Fermi paradox account for that kind of problem?
Yes, I believe
Mhm.
so. Maybe Brent, what do you say? But Brent is also agree on
Yeah,
that.
there's lots of different possible solutions to the Fermi paradox, and that being one of them.
Yes. So Brent is saying there are different solutions to the Fermi paradox, and this is one of the one. That's what you Jim mentioned.
Well, I mean, so that's a solution to the paradox, but
Correct.
Right,
I would think Fermi didn't seem to take that into account when he created the
right.
paradox. He,
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
it
it
can
talked
seems
about.
evolve.
strange.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Brent, you are saying something?
Yeah, there are things like that that make it seem strange, but yeah,
Okay. So Brent is saying like this seems to be strange, but yeah, again, that can happen.
That can happen.
Yes.
Uh, so, I mean, so maybe this is a departure from the topic at hand, but do either of you think we're capable of traveling these vast distances? That if there is intelligent life out there, that someday we will have the technology to be able to reach them?
yes, absolutely.
Yes. Like
Once we achieve immortality, we'll have millions of years, and so that'll be a blink of an eye, spending a
yes.
thousand years traveling to Alpha Centauri.
Yeah. So Jim Brent is mentioning about the immortality. So once we immortal, then we have time, we have that capability, and all those things, right? But
Well, but even if we're immortal, do we really want to spend 100,000 years on an interstellar voyage to nowhere where we don't know where we're going? I mean,
this is
I
this is like worth spending, right? I mean, for the future of the humanity, right? So this is worth spending all those things, right? So if you look 50 years back where we were, right, we don't know space, we don't know gravitation, we don't know many things, but we are there, like we travel beyond Pluto in these 50
Mhm.
years, right? So we can achieve that, obviously, and that will be beneficial for all of us, basically for the earth's future. We can have like a lot of things there. So
Mm.
yeah, I agree with that, what Brent is saying. But it's not about just immortality. It's about the technology. Because even if we are immortal, right, we don't have technology to travel so far. What we can do?
Yeah.
well, these are the kinds of questions I think that Canonizer is equipped to help us understand uh, where the consensus is in terms of where we should be putting our focus. I know,
Yes.
for instance, that Elon Musk thinks it's very important that we become a multiplanetary species.
Correct.
and his focus is all on, okay, we're going to settle Mars. I've got light
He
flashing there.
yeah, he's on a mission.
He's on a
Mhm.
mission, and I think there are a lot of people that agree with that mission. Brent, you're one of them.
Yes, Brent
Uh,
is fan of Elon Musk. I believe so.
yeah, and you also, not an expert, are one of
Yes,
those.
yes.
Um,
Because whatever Elon Musk is doing, that's a great. I mean, simply great.
but that's very different from interstellar travel, is it
Yes,
not?
if we achieve at least the interplanetary travel, right, we can achieve further reach as well. I mean, beyond the
Mhm.
solar system as well. Someone has to start somewhere, right? I mean, you can't go to the Jupiter or Saturn before you reaching to the moon. You have to reach to the moon, and
Yeah.
then you will come to know like where to go, what to do, the next things, right? So
Mhm.
if I'm the person, I will think like Elon Musk only. So we have to go to the Mars. Now next mission is to Titan, who is
Mhm.
actually having the methane, water, rivers flowing on it, everything is there.
Titan is one of Jupiter's
Mhm.
moons, correct?
Saturn's moon.
Saturn's
Oh.
moons.
Yes,
Okay.
and it is having all kind of, I mean, mountains. It is having rivers basically. So there is a video which Cassini, Cassini spacecraft, which is travel to the Saturn for the study of Saturn
Mhm.
and solar system. So they dropped a probe on the Titan, okay, and it is completely, I mean, you will feel you're on like another planet, and it's similar to Earth. The mountains, you can see the like a river going on. It's not actually rivers, those are like ice or maybe methane like flowing through, but it's obviously like interesting and fantastic maybe.
But they haven't found any evidence of life there, have they?
Yes, yes, because
They have found
they,
evidence of life.
no, I mean,
Brent's shaking his head.
no, no, I don't see any evidence of life they have shared as of now. They are they are just like working on it. Because they have just dropped a probe. It's not something because it's got lost as well. They
Okay.
are not able to communicate. So we don't know.
Well, I have a son that did an internship in Houston, Texas this last summer, and I went out with him to set him up, and we spent a day at
Okay.
NASA headquarters in Houston. And I was
Okay.
really impressed with all of the things that are now going on. Um, the Artemis missions, in Greek mythology, Artemis is the sister of Apollo.
Correct.
And so Artemis is now the name for the Apollo program, was the name for the program that took us to the moon the first time. Artemis is the name for the program that
Mhm.
is going to return us to the moon within I think the next 5 years. I mean, it's coming up very quickly. And the last time we were on the moon was in the early 1970s,
Yes.
and that's 50 years ago.
Correct.
And the fact that we're going back to the moon with technology, I mean, the kind of technology that we had for those initial Apollo missions. My iPhone is, about 1,000 times more powerful than any computer that they had online to help them get to the
Yeah,
moon.
it was, yeah, you're correct. They had like the single bit computers there on boarded for the Apollo missions, the earlier Apollo missions, right? So but again, talking about the Apollo missions, right? So NASA or maybe any other um uh, like space programs, right, they don't have like that much of budget to send new folks on the moon. And they have collected enough like evidences from the moon, so they don't want to explore that, and they want to like fund as much as possible for the other planets, or maybe Mars, or maybe like the Saturn and all those things.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, the idea of building a base on the moon makes an awful lot of sense to me as sort of a launch pad to get to Mars. The moon is close enough that we can get there in a matter of days. I mean, it's going to take about a year to get to Mars for anybody.
Correct.
And bursting out of Earth's atmosphere is a whole lot more difficult than bursting out of the moon's atmosphere. And there's evidence that there's frozen liquid water on the moon. And the ability, if we were able to create a base there, all of a sudden, getting to Mars seems like it's a whole lot easier to do.
Yes,
But
but
I'm also interested. There's this one, back to the 3i Atlas topic. Uh, who created this camp? 3i
that
Atlas is an alien spaceship. Is that you?
yes, I have created.
So you created that in order to just kind of give equal time to the opposite side here.
Correct. But there is no opposite side, seems to be.
Okay. Because I think this is interesting. When scientists discovered 3i Atlas is a comet, but people believe it's much more than that. Its unusual speed and precise hyperbolic path suggest controlled movement. To me, these clues hint that 3i Atlas might be a probe set by an advanced civilization. Have you ever seen the movie 2001: A Space Odyssey?
Yes.
Brent, you've seen that? Oh, Brent's dealing with another issue. There was a sequel to that movie that doesn't get nearly as much. Did you ever see 2010, The Year We Make Contact?
No, I haven't that.
So this picked up where 2001 left off, and in
Okay.
2010 they're heading out to Titan. They're heading out to Europa, which was a moon around Jupiter, and they discover that the big monolith that showed up in the first movie in 2001
Okay.
was in fact an alien space probe.
Okay.
And it gets into the idea, and at the end of the movie, it says these monoliths have been placed on all of these moons, and they terraform all of the moons.
Yes.
And then there's a message from the alien civilization that says all these worlds are now yours, except Europa. Attempt no landings there, because
Okay.
apparently Europa was developing its own sort of life. I mean, and it's always just sort of fascinated me that if there are alien civilizations that are interested in us, and if some of the theories, the panspermia theory, the idea that alien civilizations created life here on Earth, that it would make sense that they would want to sort of check up on our progress. And, the idea that if they wanted to destroy us, I mean, all of the 1950s sci-fi movies where the alien invaders come down, War of the Worlds, whatever, come down and blow us up.
But again, like, if you like think that way, right? So why we are not able to capture the exact evidences like of the 3i Atlas? See, like, my point is here, like, we as of now we are able to determine elements of the stars billions light years away from us, or we are like searching the black holes in all the interstellar space, and we found those. Okay, we have that much of technology. We are getting signals from quasars, we are getting signals from pulsars. Okay, so these are like persisting stars, like quasi-stellar radio sources. We are getting a lot of the dark matter things. We are getting x-rays, we are getting infrared rays, right? Then why we are not able to get something from this so-called alien ship? Because if it is moving something, we should get, right? We are able to see it from our telescopes. Then why our the infrared telescopes or our x-ray telescopes, they are not getting any kind of signal, right?
Yeah, it's a good question. It's a very good question. So we started a topic here upon which we have achieved, I think, consensus. I mean, Brent, your subcamp is that you hope it's not an alien object. I kind of hope that it is, but I don't think that it is. So, but I think, if you look at Canonizer, it's the topic is structured so there is an agreement camp that just sort of lays out what the issue is, and then all the disagreements or all the different camps are down below, and we invite anybody to come and join and let your voice be heard. Jump in here. What do you think about 3i Atlas? Do you think it's a comet? Do you think it's an alien spaceship? You can join either one of those camps, or you can create a camp of your own if those camps don't represent your point of view. That's how Canonizer works. Brent, do you have any parting thoughts or summations here?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we've covered everything that I've said. So, yeah.
Okay. And not an expert, how about you?
Yeah, all good. We have discussed everything, whatever we can, at our limits, basically.
All right.
Yes.
Well, it's nice to have consensus. I mean, we talk about consensus as being important, and we have it here. So all is well.
Thank you.
Thank you all for watching, and we will see you next time on Consensus with Canonizer.
Yes, thank you so much.